Today, I give up trying. Chapter 1 Ma'am, I don't want to work hard anymore. Ma'am, I don't want to work hard anymore. Lin Fan edited this message and sent it out as mass texts. In his eyes, a deeply complicated emotion emerged. It's been 3 years. To repay his gratitude, he returned from the dark world and married into the Bai family for 3 years. In the past 3 years, he had suffered from contemptuous look and mockery from the people around him because he had no money, no power, nor an occupation. He had been slaving away for the Bai family like a bull working on a field, where scoldings or beatings were his usual treatments. Lin Fan, who was the former Dark Emperor, had had enough. And now, he has finally made this difficult decision. Ding, ding, ding. At this moment, came the consecutive ringing of notifications from text messages. Lin Fan turned on his cell phone and immediately saw one after another messages appearing on the screen. Madam Luolin in Commerce. Fan, I have finally seen the day where you uttered these words. From now on, the 8 oil fields under the Global Group will be placed under your assets. Also, the Global Group will transfer 51% of the shares, without any condition, to your name. You will become the new chairman and the actual shareholder of the Global Group. All properties and personnel of the Global Group are at your disposal. You can make decisions without notifying the group. Madame Megui from the underground. Fan, you have finally made this decision. Us folks from the blood prison are waiting for your majestic return. We have waited for far too long. I will immediately inform the Yanhuang branch and you shall become king of Yanhuang branch of the underground. Madame Ni Huang of the military force. Kid, you finally got it straight. No point being a live-in son-in-law. It is better to be the warlord of the military force. Starting today, the Yanhuang military force will grant you the title of commander of the Yanhuang military force. From now on, you are Lin Zhuo Tian asterisk. Zhuo is a prestigious title usually given to someone who holds high office in the military, the commander of the Yanhuang military force. The contents of these messages were definitely enough to astound the world, but Lin Fan just nodded his head after reading them, showing no signs of surprises. Instead, there was a hint of deep and complicated emotion in his eyes. It's been 3 years. Originally, I just wanted to repay the life-saving grace of that little girl and her steamed bun from back then. But the cruel reality and people's snobbery have left me no choice but to become the Dark Emperor again. Phew! Lin Fan gently blew out a smoke ring. As a bit of smoke curled and lingered in the air, a skeletal pattern was formed before it slowly dissipated. This made Lin Fan seem unusually mysterious and strange at this moment. It was in this instant, right when the cigarette butt in his hand was just thrown onto the ground, a berating shout was heard coming from the villa behind him. Lin Fan, where the heck did you scram to again? Come quick and help us drain the water from the feet washing. Upon hearing this, Lin Fan's body stiffened, and a relishing smile gradually appeared on the corner of his mouth. At that moment, he stomped on the cigarette butts with calm elegance and walked slowly into the villa. He immediately saw his mother-in-law, Shen Yumei, and his wife, Bai Yi, sitting on the sofa, looking like they had just finished soaking their feet. As she saw Lin Fan walked in, Mistress Shen Yumei suddenly seemed like a cat that had just seen a mouse, spiking up all her hair and berating in anger. HMPH. You worthless piece of crap. How dare you went out to slack off? The floor isn't mopped. The laundry isn't done. What do we, the Bai family, even raise and keep a worthless crap like you for? Hurry up. Drain the water from our feet washing pails. Lin Fan had long been accustomed to the terrible attitude of his mother-in-law, Shen Yumei. His face was surprisingly calm as he picked up 2 pails of water, and walked towards the washroom. Good for nothing. Coward. Looking at her husband's pitiful appearance, his wife, Bai Yi couldn't help but feel bad. She felt the need to help Lin Fan with a rebuttal. Before the words even reached her lips, a piece of breaking news suddenly appeared on the TV screen with a resounding noise. We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news according to the latest news from the United States of America. Global Group, which controls 70% of the global economy, officially announced that the 8 oil fields it had just acquired last month will be transferred to a youth with no accompanying condition. In addition, 51% of the company's stocks were also given to said youth for free. Both Mistress Shen Yumei and his wife, Bai Yi, sucked in a huge amount of cold air after watching the news broadcast. 8 oil fields. That's worth tens of billions. The most terrifying part was the part about the 51% shareholding of Global Group, which was definitely not even countable with money. It was definitely an existence in the big shot level, even around the world. Mistress Shen Yumei and his wife, Bai Yi, simply could not imagine what kind of person could get so much wealth for free. It was just difficult to imagine. However, this was just the beginning. Major news: the Yanhuang military force held a press conference. From today onwards, one more person will be added to the position of the commander. His name was Lin Zhuo. From now on, us Yanhuang will have 4 military commanders. What? This was another shocking news for the mother-daughter duo of Shen Yumei and Bai Yi. The title of a commander was the most supreme title for a general in all the history of Yanhuang. Every one of them could defeat 10,000 enemies. They led a legion of armies, defeating all outside forces. Someone of this position was even the spiritual idol in the hearts of all the people in Yanhuang. And now, with the addition of another commander, it is easy to see how terrifying that person known as Lin Zhuo is. At this moment, Mistress Shen Yumei's face was filled with boundless envy. A person with control over Global Group, which is the world's largest economic tycoon, is basically the new owner of the world. A person that becomes the commander of the new generation, possess full domination, and is respected by all. Alas, someone like that is known as Lin Zhuo, and the worthless crap son-in-law of our family also has the surname Lin. However, our Lin Fan here is just a worthless crap that lives off a woman. With that, Mistress Shen Yumei's eyes could not help but fell on Lin Fan, who was still carrying the water from their feet washing. Instantly, the anger on her face was getting more and more intense. HMPH. Lin Fan, look at yourself. Both of you have the surname Lin. But he is such a big shot. And you are just a worthless crap. You are like a gluttonous lazy bone every day, just sitting around waiting to die. What use do our family even have you for? Shen Yumei's words were exceptionally mean. However, Lin Fan was not angered by these words. On the contrary, a faint smile appeared in the corner of his mouth, making him look all the more contemplative. I look forward to the day where my spiteful and bitter mother-in-law finds out that the Lin Zhuo that she speaks of is me. The richest man that she mentions is also me. The expressions that show on her face will be so amazing to look at. At this moment, Lin Fan shook his head as he smiled faintly and walked towards the washroom, carrying the water from their feet washing session. Looking at Lin Fan's back, traces of complicated and unreconciled emotions appeared on Bai Yi's beautiful face. After all, they were both men. That mysterious man had taken control over this giant conglomerate known as the Global Group. Lin Zhuo had even shocked all of Yanhuang by becoming one of the 4 major commanders. And Lin Fan, he was still living off her, depending his livelihood on her, his wife. Every day, sitting around, as if waiting for death to come. The difference between them was like day and night, creating such great disparity that was just incomparable. As she contemplated this, Bai Yi felt such extreme irritability in her mind, so she shouted at Lin Fan peevishly. Lin Fan. Hurry up and drain the feet washing water. Change your clothes and accompany me to the class reunion dinner later. The class reunion dinner. Lin Fan was slightly stunned. They had been married for 3 years. But this was the first time Bai Yi had wanted to bring him to a gathering event. All right. Lin Fan agreed in point blank. It's been 3 years. He originally wanted to live using the identity of an ordinary person, just to repay Bai Yi for saving him with a steamed bun back then. In the end, what he had brought to her was ridicule from others and an endless stream of humiliation. But here we are. Lin Fan once again became the king of that world. He would make the people who used to mock Bai Yi shut their mouths, and let those who humiliated Bai Yi knelt on their knees. At that moment, Lin Fan entered the washroom, drained the water, and then walked into his room. Soon, he changed into a casual outfit. However, when Bai Yi and Shen Yumei saw Lin Fan's outfit, the brows of the mother-daughter duo immediately turned into frowns. Lin Fan, are you trying to embarrass Bai Yi? Your outfit was from 3 years ago. It's like a piece of ragged cloth. If you head out dressed like this, our family's name will be put to shame. You worthless crap. Such an embarrassment. Shen Yumei's face was full of disgust. Even Bai Yi was very unhappy at this moment. She frowned and spoke in a persuasive tone. Lin Fan, this outfit is too old. You should change to a new one. Huh. Lin Fan was slightly stunned when he heard the complaints from the mother-daughter duo. He stretched out his arms, as he spoke in puzzlement. I think it looks pretty good though. This outfit is such a comfortable wear. I usually feel pretty reluctant to wear it and only wear it for important occasions. What? Lin Fan's words were driving Shen Yumei and Bai Yi crazy. Is there something wrong with this guy's head? An outfit that was bought 3 years ago. And he dared to say that he is usually reluctant to wear it. That it is reserved for important occasions. At that moment, Bai Yi's face was flushed with anger as she said angrily. All right. Wear it if you want. Later, if you happen to embarrass yourself in front of the entire class of old classmates, don't come and complain to me. HMPH. After speaking, Bai Yi got up in a rage, picked up a handbag, and walked out. Embarrass myself. Lin Fan touched his nose as the corner of his mouth twitched upwards. His outfit happened to be the most outstanding work made by Italy's top clothing designer, Pelle Catherine, which took 3 years to make. It was made through an international private order and was the only piece in the world, with a market value set in billions. Initially, countless formidable global big shots spent tons of money trying to purchase it. Later, they heard that this outfit was something Catherine wanted to give to him as a gift. Only then did they retreated in fear and dispelled the idea of purchasing it. At that moment, Lin Fan could not help but shook his head and followed Bai Yi to the door. Where are we going now? Golden Age Clubhouse. Without a glance at Lin Fan, Bai Yi headed straight out the door. Golden Age Clubhouse. Lin Fan was stunned. If he was not mistaken, wasn't this a tiny little property owned by the global group? Welcome to download Flipread app to read today. I give up trying novel full story online.